Imagine this. You wake up one morning, and the world is no longer the same. The night was calm. The sky was clear. But while humanity slept, something unthinkable happened. Every glacier, every iceberg, every frozen sheet of ice on Earth vanished. The Arctic, the Antarctic, Greenland, the Himalayas, all of it melted. An entire planet transformed overnight. This is not science fiction. This is a thought experiment. And the question is, what would happen if all the ice on Earth melted in a single night? First, let's understand what this means. Today, about 10% of Earth's land surface is covered in ice. That ice locks away nearly 70% of the world's fresh water. And if all of it melted, sea levels would not rise by a few inches or even a few feet. They would rise by more than 70 meters, over 230 feet. Enough to redraw every map of the world. Now picture the first hours after the melt. At sunrise, coastlines vanish. New York, London, Shanghai, Mumbai, Rio de Janeiro. Entire cities swallowed. The ocean rushes inland with unstoppable force. Ports, airports, highways gone beneath the waves. Billions of people overnight are without homes. The greatest mass displacement in human history begins. But the destruction does not stop at flooding. With glaciers gone, entire ecosystems collapse. The Arctic, once a frozen wilderness, becomes an open sea. Polar bears, penguins, and countless species vanish. Rivers fed by glacial melt, like the Ganges, the Yangtze, the Colorado, run dry within weeks. Freshwater shortages spread across continents. The world is drowning and thirsting at the same time. Next comes climate shock. Ice is Earth's mirror. It reflects sunlight, keeping the planet cool. Without it, the oceans absorb far more heat. Temperatures rise. Weather spirals out of control. Monsoons shift. Hurricanes grow stronger. Droughts spread across once fertile lands. The delicate balance of Earth's climate, built over millions of years, is broken in one night. But could humanity survive this? Let's walk through what happens step by step. Day 1, chaos. Coastal cities evacuate. Governments collapse under panic. Refugees pour inland, searching for safety. Week 1, markets crash. Food supplies dwindle as farmland near coasts disappears. Energy grids fail. Disease spreads in crowded camps. Month 1, nations fight to control the remaining resources. Fresh water becomes more valuable than oil. Borders close. Conflicts ignite. Year 1, civilization as we know it is unrecognizable. What was once our world map has become a scattering of islands and drowned continents. But let's pause, because something like this has happened before. At the end of the last ice age, 12,000 years ago, glaciers retreated and seas rose, though slowly, over centuries. That gradual change shaped human history. It created fertile valleys, rich rivers, and the conditions for civilization to begin. But this is not gradual. This is overnight. And the Earth of tomorrow would not be the Earth that nurtured us. Think of the landmarks we know. The Statue of Liberty, submerged to her crown. The Pyramids of Giza, cut off on a shrinking island of desert. The Amazon rainforest, partly drowned, partly burned under new heat. Venice, Amsterdam, Tokyo, all gone. The world's great cultural treasures erased. And yet, humanity has always adapted. Survivors would flee to higher ground, mountains, plateaus, inland cities spared by elevation. New capitals would rise where old ones drowned. Floating cities, massive seawalls, and engineering projects beyond imagination would become essential. It would be a new chapter of survival, not against each other, but against the very forces of nature we once thought stable. But there's a darker truth. Even if humans endure, millions of species will not. Coral reefs gone, wetlands gone, entire chains of life, from fish to forests, broken forever. The Earth would be hotter, stormier, less stable. A planet of extremes, and yet still alive, still evolving, still carrying us forward if we can adapt fast enough. So what does this thought experiment reveal? It shows us how much of our civilization, our cities, our histories, our very survival, is balanced on the fragile edge of ice. That frozen water, thousands of kilometers away, shapes every life on Earth. Lose it suddenly, and we lose the world we know. But there's something more. This scenario, ice gone overnight, is impossible. Ice cannot melt that fast. But slowly, over centuries, that is already happening. Glaciers are retreating. Polar ice is shrinking. Seas are rising. Not 70 meters. Not overnight. but inch by inch, year by year. The story we just imagined is not pure fiction. It is a warning. So we must ask, if even a fraction of this future is coming true, what will humanity do? Will we fight each other for survival? Or build together for adaptation? Because the ice of Earth is melting. Not overnight, but in our lifetime. And that leaves us with one haunting question. If all the ice melting could drown our cities, what if one day the oceans themselves began to boil? That is a story for another time.